All right, here up at No Reserve, we have our beautiful 94 Acura Legend, 4-door. It's a LS, one owner since new. They took extremely good care of it. I don't see these things driving around very much at all anymore. Little beaters if they find one this nice and clean. So I kind of had to snag this thing. One thing I love about this car is I've always loved the Acura line, the early 90s to late 90s. It's kind of my, even the 80s, I just love them. But it's kind of my era of growing up, and it's just cool to see these cars around. But I love this one because these wheels are super rare. These are factory Acura wheels for the Legend, and you just will not find these wheels on very many of the Legends you come across. And we put brand new tires on it just last week. They took, it's got all its original books. It's called Cashmere Silver Metallic, but a lot of people would call it like a champagne color. They just had the brakes, timing belt at 140 in 2017. So it's just really, really clean car, beautiful shine to it. And I'll kind of talk more about the mechanicals up when it's up on the hoist and in the driving video. So there's more videos to come. Hopefully you guys can stick around. There's the really only downside, it looks like somebody backed into it at some point and did peel up the paint a little bit, and they did crack the headlight lens. These are really cool headlight lenses. I'll show you when I pop open the hood. But so you will get some condensation in here. We've had a garage the whole time, but it's going to be a guarantee you're going to get some condensation in there with that split. It slightly moved the bumper down. This should be easily fixable, but if you want to get crazy, you could have, there is some mobile bumper guys that could airbrush this. You could just leave it, or you could take it off, get it painted. So there's options. But it was bought brand new at Acura of Linwood. Has all its original books. It's pretty cool after all these years. It's still got its Acura of Linwood. Hopefully you can read that. It is worn a little bit keychain, so it's cool to see that original Acura key. You are going to have, some stone chips if you get real close on here. Kind of can't get around that stuff. After being, it's really crazy to me that this is 31 years old. Makes me feel super old, but it's kind of just a timeless car. But you'll see the front of the mirrors are in good shape. They haven't hit any, parking lot or garage instances. They move nice and smooth, no issues, no crack or chips in the glass. I don't know if the windshield's original. I'm sure it's probably been replaced because it's really, really clean. But all the other rest of the glass is original. There's the fin plate. Got a little bit of chipping on the squirters. The wheels have some aging, but I just love those 5-spoke wheels. Go along the bottom. There's a ton of photos, and some of the moldings on the door sides you're going to see they did their job, but they did get some nicks. None of the metal got any dings or chips, but there is some little marks, and you'll see those in the close-up photos. You're going to get, it does have factory mud flaps molded in, which look fantastic, but you're going to get some stone chips along here. A lot of what you're seeing is just the reflection of the concrete, but it's undeniable there is going to be some chips. So I'll take you along here. You can see that little mark in the trim. All of the door handles are nice and tight. People abuse these things and they get really loose. I'm sure this car was probably garaged, just by the condition of the felts, the condition of the tail lights, all the rubbers in here, really nice. Around there's no leaking, of course, of the sunroof, but this stuff gets dried out, so just pull out a little bit and you'll get a gap. This does not have that. It's kind of why I just believe this thing's been garage. The blacks are very black. I'll pop open the gas door here for you. You can see the door shuts just really nice. It's got nice gaps all the way around, but just extremely clean behind here. Original gas cap. I just love stuff like that. Got a little bug on there. You can see the rear tail lights are still nice and shiny and smooth. You got a little mark here that scratched up the paint. You're gonna have a couple little bumper instances here. It's clean behind where the license plate goes. Acura Legend emblems all looking good. Again, this tail light's nice and smooth and shiny. Again, why I believe it's been garaged this entire life, because it doesn't have that dry, faded look. This bumper edge is looking really nice. Got a little scuff down here in the black part, but that's all right. Doesn't take away from the car at all. Little mark on this door handle. Again, nice and tight. Pops open nice and easy. You do have some fingernail scratches from entries, but again, no big deal. It doesn't take away from this car. Pull folds in nice. You do have a couple little marks here, but I might be able to get these off. So hope you should see an updated photo. I should be able to get a little polish on there with a clay bar and get rid of that. Again, you got some of these little marks I was talking about. The molding's doing its job. Rockers are really nice and didn't run up against anything and dent. There's not a ding or dent on this metal at all. Some of the pinstriping did chip off the last like 2.5 inches. Yeah, no big deal. Under the hood is just spectacular. It's just clean as a whistle. Inside, it's really amazing. You do have some cracking. There's no holes in any of the leather, but on the driver's seat, you do have a little bit of the kind of your typical leather, you know, cracking. But for being 30 years old, it's fantastic. Each one of it's got floor mats front and rear. The carpet is a little bit faded overall. You'll see in the photos I have without the mats, it's a little brighter color. I love the tilt steering on this, and it operates as it should. And then here, this one telescopes out. How cool is that? 1994 here. We've got heated seats in here that work great. It's just killer. Sunroof opens good. You know, seats doing its job. All that stuff's moving. You saw the gas door will pop open. Look how clear that gauge cluster is. No cracks on the dash. Look at the only bummer right now is that stereo is going to need to be replaced. I'm trying to find the code. It wasn't in the manual. But when the heated seats and all those, and then here's a little couple there. But it needs a code for the stereo, so it's not working right. I'm trying to get this little guy. It's kind of interesting. You got the manually lock the cup holder. So I guess if you pull your cup out, you don't want to, you know, I don't know how it automatically closes, but I've never been smoked in. Look how clean that is. Not sure if I can get you in here, but there's definitely a photo of the ashtray. It's kind of hard to get to. I don't know how somebody would smoke. Oh, it's a push. That's right, you push it. Look how clean that is. And the shifters, no nail marks, ring marks on that shifter ball. Look how clean that is. Underneath the headrest is super clean. We got photos of that. A little bit of wear here. VIN decal, door panel. You got a little bit of wear right here on the bottom of the speaker. Other than that, door panel is mint. All of them are. I think there's one mark on this one somewhere. Oh yeah, right here, a little mark. And I think that and this is from people being impatient and not waiting for that seatbelt to retract before they shut the door. Again, just amazing condition. I do have the dome light override off so the battery doesn't go dead when I'm doing photos, but there's photos of it working. Your fold down armrest. I mean, the leather is nice and smooth and soft, no cracks or anything. Oh yeah, I'll show you the door panel. Look at how nice that wood is. There's no fading on any of this up here. And look at that rubber, nice, really nice right there. Again, going with that garaged. There's pictures of underneath the doors. Inside the trunk's nice and clean. There is a little bit of darkening. Factory CD player, a little bit of darkening in that area. Inside the trunk is complete with your toolkit. Pretty big trunk, and for lots of storage. You can see it's really clean along here. Again, just overall one of the nicest Legends I've come across in ages. It's actually the only Acura Legend I've ever owned, which was cool and kind of why I had to buy it. But with the stereo, they are available, you know, on eBay and stuff like that. I'm on some of the forums trying to figure out how to get the code. And all this is nice and tight. Yeah, the seats are beautiful. Door panels are really nice. Just no marks, just beautiful paint. There's a couple little dings on the trim here. I don't know what that would be from, but you got a little bit of cracking back here. Obviously the back seat looks like it's never been used and like mint, but you do have a little bit of cracking, but it is still, you know, it's not dry and cracked or anything like that. Not beat down, not flat. It's just 30-year-old leather, you know. Door jambs are clean. No marks in the Bose there. Comes with some driving gloves from the previous owner. Got some extra fuses. You got, you know, the driving log from August 20th of 2002. All the fuel changes. I mean, this takes a lot of efforts, you know, all the way to 146,000 miles, which is also looks like August of last year. So pretty cool. But I'll leave the driving gloves in there just because it feels like, if you do feel like it's part of the car, you can toss them or keep them. It says 1992. Maybe that's when they made it, but Acura Legend. There's about an Acura Bellevue. There you got your VIN number. So it's all original books. It's got a little first aid kit in here. It's kind of cool. I'm gonna keep that stuff with the car. Obviously the owner cared about it. Alright, take you under the super clean engine bay. Really easy to open hood. You can do it one-handed. Hood stays open. But I mean, you could see how clean this thing is. It's just amazing. So November 2017, 140K, got the timing belt done. You can see through the wheels, but I will take it apart and show you that the brakes been done and everything. So good luck everybody, no reserve.